as students came to understand science better, they came to understand how to do science, how to think scientifically, they would naturally have questions that would arise as to how science and faith relate to each other. I mean, the more that young people begin to see the world through the lens of modern science, the more they're going to have questions about how that relates to their belief in God as the creator of all things. And you can just go from there, the Bible and science and how they relate. And we live in a culture in which many people assume that these two things are in conflict with each other. And I was researching it, reading various great theologians, Joseph Ratzinger being one of the very first, his wonderful book In the Beginning. Stephen Barr, his book, Modern Physics of Nature and Faith, was one of the very first books that I read. And then, in particular, the thing that really got me excited was receiving all of the faith and science addresses of St. John Paul II. And it was amazing, the admiration, the respect that he showed for science itself, for scientists, and for what they could tell us about reality, about truth. And I can remember reading for the first time this aphorism that he wrote in a letter to the director of the Vatican Observatory in 1988. Science can purify religion from error and superstition, and religion can purify science from idolatry and false absolutes. I remember thinking, wow, if this great poet, who I've loved and admired for so long, if he is thinking about science this way, maybe I as a theologian should be doing the same thing. Yeah. In fact, he even says in that same letter that reflections on theology have become sterile. And he says, we need science to be good theologians.